All right, we got lunch being delivered for the slab boys. Concrete pouring is done. Now continues the arduous work of finishing. Busting off the form boards, troweling the garage recess. Let me tell you what I got going on in here. So I added some more notes for the framer. This doesn't have to be done today, this week or nothing, but after all the mechanicals run through here, electric and all, I have notes for the framers to punch out at the end before we go to insulation, actually. So here, they toenail in from the truss to the top plate for the wall to be plumb when they set it. However, there is a clip that we use so we're going to have to remove all the nails going up there, and we have an L clip. So that's what this is doing. Remove them from the truss to the top plate and replace with the STS strap all trusses. All right, boom, make a mark. Things that are done correctly. For example, we have to have a positive slope on the future tiled bench seat. Okay, so I put a little dot if it's done well, another dot if we have the 16 inches on center, another dot if we have the blocking in the back. What else mark here? We fix the bow here. So just a bunch of different marks. Across the street, what was it, 17, 18? Just waiting trusses, so who knows when that's going to be. Lumber is very scarce and super expensive right now. And then they're taking a break on slab prep, so they got set all the steel in the footers, and then they're going to go to the wire mesh chairs, tie all that in. Here's some other things, minor, but things that have to be done before we put siding on. We are supposed to have a 1/8 inch gap in between here, and so I marked it with an X. Ones that do not have it, they're just going to run a skill saw right up theirs. And what other markings did I put in here? All right, so yeah. Here's one. We need to put an insulation dam. So this is the garage wall. Right here's the garage wall. If you see that little air gap right there between that plywood, that little air gap right in there, we gotta make an insulation dam there so the insulation doesn't spill into the garage. Here's a tricky one. Add 2x4 at recess. So this particular architectural detail, this is prone. This drywall eventually is supposed to go perfectly straight like that. We are in danger though of the drywall guy wrapping it around here, going vertical or horizontal, then wrapping it again, and then it looks really dumb. So you're looking at this and you say, what would the drywall guy think? Well, he's going to think to wrap, a double drop ceiling. So that is not the intent, though. So I want the framers then to add vertical lumber this way on the bottom, so drywall guy will know, okay, this is one solid piece. It's pretty minor, but the idea is to give the workers every opportunity to say, oh, okay, proceed down this path. So simple markings. Also here, cut the toenails at the trusses at the top plate, replace them with the STS clips. Let's see, what else did we mark? Okay, this is good, that's good. Okay, over here we're missing an LGTZ, that's a specific tie down. What else we got here? I think you're getting the gist of it. So we graffitied the place all up, and then we got the options up here. Oh, I was here with the inspector. I almost walked off. Oh my gosh. These are the inspector sets of prints. These are about $300 with all the paperwork in here, truss engineering, everything is stamped from the county. And I was here with I'm really liking John, the inspector. He wants to get it right, and he and I see eye to eye. So I need to keep these, and these are the only for the inspector. If I leave these out on the jobs, the workers are going to think those are job site plans, and the great possibility of destroying them starts to happen. So anyway, I am booked solid, but these inspections that I do, and I try to do a little bit of inspection every day, I try never to leave it where I have to do a whole 2.5 hour inspection on one day, because things can just get too hairy and I don't want to leave inspection halfway. So I was here about with Jerry the other day, the master framer, about an hour. Just spent about an hour and a half. There's still other things that I have to get with the framer about. Like, I want to know for like the grab bars in showers, if people are picking out a grab bar, especially on the diagonal, I need to know what is the markings he uses to delineate, to tell the worker to have the blocking for a 45 degree, what is the markings he uses for horizontal. Now we're getting into real fine granular stuff here, but the more I know of the markings that the framers know how to read, and I get into their language, then everything goes much, much smoother. So now while I am making to make sure that the framers bend to my will as far as getting the prints right, doing what's on the engineering, going vertical, that is just to conform with just industry standard, go with the intent of the engineer, and then everything else I conform to that crew. My personal philosophy on the job is me to then mold to them, for me to deliver them what they need to be successful. None of them want to come back because they missed something just because I didn't label it the way they're used to deciphering the information. So a lot of more work has to be done by me to build trust with the crews than them to conform to me. All I have to do is point on the blueprints and say, let's make it look like that. And that's pretty much the end of my rigidness. And general cleanup is kind of industry standard. It's executed sometimes very, very well, and sometimes, yeah. But that is my job, and usually I'll end up doing a lot of trash pickup so they can keep building. Other superintendents will stop workers from working just so they can clean up, and I think that's not productive. Myself, I want them swinging them hammers, and I'll pick up some trash and help them out so they can keep doing stuff that actually means something.